Well, hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. Today I have already applied some full soft gel tips, or they are actually gel-X tips. The tips are long sculpted stilettos, and as usual they do not fit my nails even though they are sculpted, so the side walls are still missing. So I went in and filled the sidewalls in with builder gel. So me using soft gel tips is never a quick fix. It's always some kind of challenge. So I end up fixing the things that I do not like with these pre-shaped tips. But today I am just going to show you the designs that I did for this set. And we will be using cat eyes today. So we will start out with the base. And I'm also going to use Ho Ho Lee number 31. And this other one, that's a Chinese brand. I will have the name up on the page here. It's a really nice jelly gel. It's very beautiful jelly gel. I'm also going to use these two cat eye gels. I am sorry I do not have a name or number for these because the name was on the box that they came in and I threw away the box. So I'm sorry. But then I'm starting out with the base coat. If you start out with the base coat, the gel polish application will be a lot easier and smoother. I would always recommend applying a base gel before you apply the gel polish. So for this design I go in with the Milky Nude China brand here and applying 2 coats on the thumb and 2 coats on the index finger, and the middle, the ring and pinky I only apply halfway. I saw a really beautiful design on Instagram that no, maybe it was TikTok. I'll put it up on the screen here to show you. That was my inspiration. It was so beautiful. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's just my inspiration. But I will do something similar to this. Well, yeah, I've already seen the thumbnail, so yeah, well, you know how my end result is, but now you'll see how I did it. And of course, you have to cure in between each layers, that's a must. And like you can see here on my middle finger here, I only apply it to the half of the nail and just fade the gel towards the tip with an ombre brush. These jelly gels are so easy to fade. They are just so dreamy. And I go in with a Ho Ho Lee number 31 on the tip of, or halfway down on the pinky, and fade that up towards the nudie beige color. And I apply 2 coats of the blue, and then I go in and fade that beige one slightly over the blue again to create an even better ombre. And of course you can also use a liner brush or a small detail brush to get close to the cuticle area and the sidewall. Then I go in with this pinkish cat eye gel and apply this on the whole nail. And use the magnet to pull out that shine. And I'm going in with a small round magnet and then create a smile or a French on this nail and cure it. And here I go in with the same gel polish and apply it kind of diagonally, I think. Yeah. I also then just fade that into the rest of the nail. And then use the magnet to first bring out the light or the magnets, and then I go in with the other side and pull it towards one side and create a more diagonally design or effect, as you can see here. And next up I go in with Madame Glam's blooming gel, and I also just apply these cat eye gels to the paper palette here so I can reach them more easily when I need it. So I then apply the blooming gel to all of my pinky nail. And then I go in with a dotting tool and create, I do not know what you call this, just a line or wavy line, I guess, with a dotting tool. So after the dots have been placed here, I use my magnet to activate and get that light to shine throughout these circles. And on my middle finger here, I apply just this light blue cat eye gel to half of the nail and just fade it upwards with my ombre brush. And after I have activated the magnets here, I go in with a pen magnet and just make some holes. I poke some holes into this. It gives it like a see-through and just an effect. They used small magnet beads to create the design on the inspo picture, but I didn't have that yet, so I made my own kind of design to make it somewhat similar, and I was happy with this. So after I have poked some holes into this blue cat eye gel, I of course cure this, and then I go in with the soft pink cat eye gel on top here from the cuticle and towards the middle of the nail and fade that a little bit over and into the blue one again, just to make myself happy. And then I activate this again, of course, and go in and poke some holes into this also. It gives a really fun effect. I think it was very beautiful. It's very muted, very, I almost said demure, well, I said it. So here I just go in and apply the top coat. This is upvoted top coat. I bought it from Dorota Paliska. And apply this to all the nails. On the thumb I did a similar design to what I did on the index finger. So I then apply the blooming gel and go in with the dotting tool and create like a swirl pattern all over the nail plates. It's not the best design or best colors for a video because it's almost too pale or muted, but it is what I wanted to do, so this is what you are going to see. And when that is cured, I only apply the blooming gel to one side of the nail where I want my second swirl with a blue gel polish or cat eye gel polish. And bring out the shine and then cure it and then top coat it, and then we are going to go into the 3D design. I'm so sorry about my voice today because my nose is a little bit stuffed. And here are the nails before the 3D design. For the design I'm going to use Mirage gel from Madame Glam and this white solid gel from my Formula, and I'm using some silicone tools and this spatula, and I'm doing this on the paper palette. I'm just rolling it out into a small sausage or worm, I do not know what you're going to call this, and just cutting up some small pieces. When you cut up small pieces or equal pieces, you know that your petals for the flowers will be exactly the same thickness. And yeah, so I like to cut up all the pieces that I need so that they all get a similar size. But this solid gel was so hard, super hard, and very hard to manipulate or hard to work with. I go in with my silicone tool. I make sure that this paper palette is always moist of alcohol, because then I can shape the petals without them getting stuck to the paper. And the paper is of course waxy, so it doesn't stick, but anyway it do stick kind of somewhat if I do not use the alcohol. And I'm just trying to manipulate this to some petals and flash cure them in between each petal, so that you do not bump into the next one or bump into the one that you have already placed down, and it can create a quite messy situation. And this design is going to be in 2 layers, because that will give them an extra additional dimension. I tried drawing out the flowers on the top of the nail and then just use clear sculpting gel on top, but it didn't get that look that I was after, so I had to sculpt the flowers first in white and then go in afterward with the clear on top. And on the middle finger here, I just going to apply some half flowers. So I'm just applying 2 petals here at the cuticles and 3 more on the side of this nail. This design took forever to do. First because this gel was so thick, or so hard, actually hard to work with and hard to manipulate, but also because I did this in 2 layers. Yeah, and also because I'm filming. But after these are cured, I go in with this pigment palette and apply a little bit of pigments in the center of the flower, just to make some even more dimensions to the nail. It gives it a very beautiful look when you get the clear layer on top. You will see that soon. And once this is applied, I go in with a top coat just to seal in all these pigments, so that it doesn't rub onto the clear I'm going to put on top, the clear solid gel. So then I go in with the clear sculpting gel. This is so much easier to work with. It has the perfect texture and a perfect viscosity, and it doesn't stick to the gloves, it doesn't stick to anything other than the surface that I'm going to apply them to. And these were slightly bigger just because I want them to go outside of the white petals. I want them to cover and slightly go outside, just to create even more dimension. So again, just try to push them into a petal shape. And I'm working a lot with not to place it like flat on top of these flowers. I want it to stand out thin and freely at the edges like a regular petal is, I guess. So yeah, I did some manipulating here. And again, it's hard to see because I used the clear, but I guess you get an idea of how I did it. And you will see the outcome at the end of the video, of course. I think it turned out pretty cool. I hope you like it too. And I'm just going to let you know that I will be going on vacation again for 2 weeks. I will fly down south towards warmer weathers, and I will enjoy that because the weather in Norway in December is not that cold yet, but it's dark. It's really dark. So I need to see some light and feel the heat. So knowing me, I will probably not have a video out during December, I guess. But if I get one earlier, it will just be a bonus for us all. But after I have sculpted these flowers, I go in with the top coat, of course, and cover it all up. I try to apply as little as I can, just because I do not want these petals to flood with gel polish. I want the textures to come out, so a thin layer is recommended. And then of course just cure it. So for the finishing touch, I of course need some bling. I will be using some beads and some caviar beads, silver caviar beads, and I will also be using some droplet shaped stones. And these stones, I do have a link in the description box if you want them. These are small and super shiny, and I really like them. So I'm just applying a little bit of this bling gel in the center of the flowers and on my nails where I want the stones to be. So I just place a square one in the center and maybe also a bead. No, I'm just placing a small bead here and a silver bead. I really think that the bling at the end really gives the nails life. I can't see myself having nails without bling. Even just a tiny bit bling gives my life so much more joy. And when editing this, I always get a little bit annoyed why I want to be so picky about things. I want it to be like on a millimeter here and a millimeter there. I always have to correct it. It has to be right in my head. And I need to encapsulate the beads and the stones actually with top coat, because I'm going to wear this for a long time, so I want the shine not to go away, and the shine on this plastic bead will peel off. So yeah, you need to at least cover the beads with the top coat. And I will place a smaller bow on my index finger, and I'm using the squeezy rhinestone gel. It's a little bit thicker. Getting that right as well and cure it, and then I go in and add a little bit more of this 3D gel so that this bow is not going to poke out and get caught in something, and also preserve that beautiful silverish finish. And just some additional stones here on the pinky. And for the thumb, I'm going to apply a bigger bow with the same technique as I did on the index finger. So I'm just filling it up underneath so that it doesn't stick out. You will see the links to these bows in my previous AliExpress/Temu haul. If you want the links to these, I might have put it in the link in the description box under this video as well. But if you do not find it, let me know. And I will also encapsulate it with top gel. And the nails here are finished. Let me know how you like them. If you like this video at all, give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And make a comment if you like. Ask me anything. And yeah, you can also check out my other social medias if you like to. Follow me here and there. And I will see you maybe not until January, but you will see me in January. Maybe before, we'll see. So until the next time, bye bye for now everyone. Bye bye.